Hey guys, welcome to episode 139 of OG Toys. I'm OG. Today we got another Star Wars figure from the Vintage Collection. This is Star Wars Clone Trooper Lieutenant. Now this figure is actually a very interesting figure. When I saw it on the shelf, I'm like, holy crap, it looks awesome. I really like this. This is different packaging. Because of course, I guess I got the variant packaging, which I'm going to show you right now. Yes, it has this cool, vintage, crazy old Star Wars logo. It looks really cool. That cool dropship and a picture of them, even with the Kenner logo. Now, there's another package, that does have this as your background card. But I thought this was pretty cool. This was just awesome. Totally retro. Love the way they did that. Wanted to show you that, guys, first. So, now the figure itself. I'm pretty happy and pretty sad. First, let's take a look at him. Really nice details. Now, again, this guy's super clean. He's like a Republic Commando boss, fresh out of the clone tube. Totally fresh. Not any kind of paint app, any kind of weathering or distress detailing. But he still looks really good. Check out the helmet. The helmet is painted crispy blue and white. No smudges, no deviations on the paint, and looks really solid all the way around. Good job, good job. Now, let's take a look at his weapons. He does come with his traditional blaster rifle, which he holds ever so snugly into his hand, and it looks freaking awesome. And look what they did. They actually painted some of the details on it. They painted some silver highlights on the barrel and on the top part here, which is good. I really like the way they did that. It's a nice, shiny, glossy black, too. And they did that on his handgun as well. They put some silver accents on it. It looks really good. Good job, Hasbro. Now, let's take a look at the figure itself. Now, one thing I really like, the helmet is removable. And look, we got a clone trooper underneath. It looks pretty good. Looks like a little bit of different head sculpt as well from what we've seen in the past. A couple dozen of these figures. But he looks great. Now, let's go talk about articulation, guys. Let's do it. But you know what? I want to put your helmet back on because I think you look cooler with the helmet. Alright. So articulation-wise, I saw this guy in the package. I'm thinking, he looks pretty cool, but his shoulders look really, really shrunk and really shrugged up together. And I'm thinking, Nah, it would have ball joint articulation because it's a vintage figure. The vintage figures are the premium format of these guys, right? Of Star Wars, but no. I have been lied to. He does not have ball jointed arms. Oh, it pisses me off. Why can you have a ball jointed arms, Clone Trooper? Anyways, you're not going to answer me, so I won't ask. But it doesn't have that. Unfortunately, that is the only thing articulation-wise this guy is missing. Otherwise, he would be the most phenomenal clone trooper ever created in the history of clone troopers. But he's not, because he doesn't have that ball joint. He's just like that ARC trooper that they released from the Vintage series a while ago. And I was fortunate enough to pick it up, and I pick it up, and I'm like, oh my god, this is incredible. He has two different helmets, a different kind of chest armor and stuff, and I'm like, man, this is awesome. And he doesn't have any ball jointed arms either. It was just crushing. But it's got makes up for a lot of good points for those two lacking bad points. So let's take a look at the rest of articulation. Ball jointed head, of course, we saw that. Thanks. Ball joint at the elbow. He has no wrist articulation. No, he does. Just a little stiff. He's got wrist articulation. Very good. He's got a ball joint in his chest, so he can rock him around. He even has ball joints here in his leg, a la Marvel Universe. Very good. I like that. Ball joint at the knee, and even a ball joint at the ankle. Thank you. Good job. But unfortunately, nothing at all on the shoulders. But does that kind of sway your opinion of it? Will it? Well, to a point. But you know what? This figure damn looks good. He looks really cool in his packaging. He looks cool out of the packaging. I'm not a guy that really sits around and plays with his toys that much. So, get him into a cool pose. Pretty awesome. We can even get him holding his other gun. if I can get it into his hand, which is nice and tight. and has a trigger finger ready to roll, ready to blast some troopers and droids and stuff. And there you go. You know, he's a pretty darn cool looking action figure. I don't mind it. But on the vintage figures, they shouldn't skip out on articulation like that. I'm glad they added everything else, but these are the premium figures. You'd hope they'd have better articulation. So that being said, guys, really, I'm sure most of you probably have a couple million of these clone troopers. Me, I don't for some reason. I never really bought a lot of clone troopers. I bought maybe 1 or 2 different of the variants that look kind of cool. And of course the plain ones, like 3 or 4 of them. But I never bought any of the ones with the red striping, unless he was an ARC trooper, or the blue striping, unless he was Captain Rex. But that was it. So I'm glad I got this figure. I love the vintage packaging. It's freaking awesome. But be warned again, he does not have ball jointed shoulders. If that's something that's not seal the deal for you, then don't buy it. But if you're like me, awesome figure, looks cool in the packaging, even out of the packaging. I was pretty surprised how nice he was. You're going to have no hesitations. Pick him up, enjoy him, and add him to your collection. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you think about my Star Wars reviews, if I should keep doing them. Want to see some other stuff? Of course, we're going to have other stuff. But just like to get your opinion and get some feedback going. And hopefully, we'll have some newer Star Wars guys kicking around soon. A little disappointed at the Comic-Con we had here in October. There was no freaking new Star Wars figures anywhere, which is disappointing because I was expecting at least some dealer to have some sort of new Star Wars guys from the internet or something. And that final wave of the Vintage Series figures, which is an internet exclusive, which I'm trying to get my hands on, but not holding my breath. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, guys, and we'll see you soon.